All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanan. All right, man. So Teofimo Lopez is back at it. Very, very big ego. Blast his fellow competitors, Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, and the like, and saying, man, what the F have you done in your career? You're not on my level. It's this type of like just silliness, man. It really keeps me from being a fan of Teofimo Lopez. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. So first things first, let me give Teofimo Lopez all the credit that he's due before we talk about what he said. Teofimo Lopez is a top young lightweight. He's a 3-belt holding lightweight plus, the franchise belt. They're trying to sell the idea that he's an undisputed champion, but as long as you got a bunch of people disputing your title, you're not undisputed. However, Teofimo Lopez is without a doubt a talent in that division and a talent in boxing overall. So no matter what I say, man, please understand that I know the guy's a very, very good fighter and that he has the ability to or the potential to beat any of the guys at lightweight. That said, he comes out and says, basically chastises the other guys at lightweight, Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, and basically says, man, what the F have you done in your career? Look at what I've done. I'm an undisputed champion. I beat Lomachenko, right? Basically like you guys are not on my level. And, the obvious answer to that is, man, please. First of all, Teofimo Lopez, is not an undisputed champion. And even if he was, he's never defended his undisputed championship, not one time. He won a fight against Vasily Lomachenko, and what he did was, at least in my opinion, is that he had a breakthrough in his career against Vasily Lomachenko. There's a difference between having a breakthrough in your career and being some big time star that really gets to call the shots and everybody else is jealous of you. I just don't buy that, man. It looks to me like Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia are all pretty much in the same boat, with the exception that Teofimo Lopez has more belts than the other guys do. I'm not thoroughly convinced that Teofimo Lopez has proved that he's the best fighter at lightweight, even though when you win 3 belts, I think it's fair to say that you are, one of the best in the division. But to say that you're like the top guy and have this attitude, right, is to me, man, it's just silly. It's really putting the cart before the horse. Teofimo Lopez, especially when you're talking about a guy like Gervonta Davis. Now, I am equally hard on everybody down there at 135 pounds, primarily because I want to see these guys fight. Talking about who has the most this and who has the most that, when you're talking about guys that are 22, 23, 24 years old, to me, doesn't make a lot of sense, because these guys are not very far in their career, and just because you've won and got certain titles doesn't mean that you can beat all of the guys that came up with you who are just as talented as you. And I think that's the case with Teofimo Lopez. Now, Gervonta Davis is a little bit different in that I think Gervonta Davis is a little more proven than the rest of them, having won, titles at 130, 135, and 140, even though I understand full well that the only real title that Gervonta Davis, as far as the top guy in that for the sanctioning body in that division, is at 130 pounds. But Gervonta Davis has made a name for himself. He really is out there selling out stadiums, or selling out arenas rather, doing pay-per-views, doing the whole nine. So it's very hard for me to look at Gervonta Davis, who's doing things that nobody else below 135 pounds is doing, as far as, attracting crowds and all of that. It's kind of hard not to say that he's setting himself apart, man. So when Teofimo Lopez, talks about, the rest of his, competitors down there, and have you won undisputed, that's just a bunch of, honestly, man, that's just a bunch of window dressing, man. The fact of the matter is that none of these guys have really crossed the line, and all of these guys pretty much need to fight each other. Teofimo Lopez beat Vasily Lomachenko, and it's been almost a year since he fought Lomachenko. And some people say, including myself, that he really has lost a lot of momentum as a result of that. Now, if he could, now some of it is not his fault, and I'll take him at his word that he had COVID, that he caught COVID, and that was the original reason that the KAMBOSOS fight got pushed off. And so he's gonna eventually have to get through this thing. And right now I'm kind of on his side about what's going on with the fight, because George Kambosos is saying he wants another $300,000 to move the fight to up another couple days. I think it from the 4th to the 16th or whatever it is. That he wants that he wants to fight now, or he wants more money to have it postponed. George Kambosos really isn't some superstar fighter that really, you're making a really big payday, man. So just shut up and fight the guy in a couple weeks. I don't have, I'm not putting that right now on Teofimo Lopez like some people are putting on Teofimo. So, anyway, sorry about that, man. My dog started barking, so I had to fix that. Anyway, back to the video. So, I don't have any issue with Teofimo Lopez really. As far as a fight with Joe Kambosos getting delayed. But after that, man, these dudes really do need to go on ahead and fight each other. Gervonta Davis, and the guy that I think that that Teofimo Lopez should fight next is obviously Devin Haney. They've ordered, a eliminator fight to take place between Jojo Diaz and Ryan Garcia, with the winner fighting Devin Haney. And he said, and the WBC, acting like they're going to put a little teeth in it by saying that they are going to strip either the winner of that fight if they don't fight Devin Haney, right? Because they're going to have to really, really force them to get into the ring with Devin Haney. But when all that is when that 2-fight thing is settled, whoever that is, that's who Teofimo Lopez needs to fight to settle up that WBC belt thing, and actually settle up the whole undisputed thing. It's just a real shame, and this is not Teofimo Lopez's fault. It's really the fault of the WBC for adding all that confusion. If they just would have, kept Lomachenko as the WBC champion and not elevated him to a franchise championship, then you obviously would have, and then it obviously would be that Teofimo Lopez was an undisputed champion, because Vasily Lomachenko at a point in time did hold all 3 belts, and Teofimo Lopez held the IBF before he won that. But so all of this mess up as far as being undisputed, I don't put any of that really on Teofimo Lopez. I put that on the WBC, but regardless, it happened. These other guys have claims to the title, and Teofimo Lopez can't claim undisputed or ask what these guys have done, compared to what he's done. Because really, the only difference between Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney, or Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia right now, is that Teofimo Lopez got the shot at Vasily Lomachenko and they didn't. That's it. The proof is in the pudding with Teofimo Lopez. If you say that you're better than these guys, say you're better at by fighting them and being insistent that you're going to fight them, right? And even with Vasily Lomachenko, right? Vasily Lomachenko's calling him out, right? Saying that he wants to get that rematch of a fight that was a very competitive fight, man. So, but when you're talking about Gervonta Davis, man, honestly, I just think all around he needs to leave Gervonta Davis's name out of his mouth. Other than saying, I want to fight him. He's at 135. I want to fight him. But, Teofimo Lopez is, he's going to sell himself and all of that. Unfortunately, man, he's not had enough in his career really for me to buy what he's selling. He's a very, very good fighter. He should be considered the #1 lightweight in that division, but he's not above fighting these other guys, and he does not have head and shoulders more accomplishments than these guys. He's in the same group, and these guys all need to fight each other. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section, and with that, I'm out. Peace.